All right, here we go. Game number 1 between Reakly and Orangepest in the semifinals. The first semifinals of this tournament. We are on Twin Beaches. We have Mr. Reakly, known for his legendary all-in dives and not caring about the consequences there. Either they work out or they backfire completely. So let's see how this plays out. He has USF. What is Orangepest doing, my dear friend Daniel?
Orangepest is surprisingly only making 2 pioneers. Oh, great shot with the 3 subs. That's awesome, man. Thank you. He is the guy who popularized the triple pie opening on this map because it's so big and there's so much to cap at the beginning. But choosing not to do that here, presumably because he's worried about scouts or pathfinders, and it's very easy to kite piles on this map. So we've just got a grenadier coming out. Gonna clean up the cap to secure these central buildings, which are very crucial in the early game. I doubt we'll see the where player fight for the hill, so it'll be about this middle area.
I need to rethink how this map is going to be played. People always drilled into me, you go for the hill, you have to win the hill.
I think so. That's true in auto match a lot of the time. At a high level, people know you're not going to win the fight in the hill against US, and so neither player will go there. We can see that the hill's being ignored, right? Because Reakly knows he's got it, it's his, and Orangepest knows that too, so he's not bothering.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
I am a little interested in how OP played this. He followed the pile around with the Gren and actually didn't go for control of these middle buildings, which is what I thought we were going to see. So I'm very interested in how he's actually going to play this out now.
Okay. It should be better. Say something, please, my dear friend.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's just...
on this,
I think Dexon would be happy if you turn me down to 0. So maybe that's the point he's making.
I see a little bit of trash talk. I see.
MG coming out now, which is tough against double scout. Reakly sometimes doesn't upgrade utility package, which I would say is generally a misplay, but it'll definitely work in Orangepest's favor because the scout vision makes it hard to use MGs, but the utility package makes it impossible.
It's interesting. Like in my head, you have always to play Wehrmacht with an MG. Like if you have a good MG micro, you have the strongest early game faction. But obviously, scouts with flares or smoke might deny that. But on the other hand, you have the Pioneer and Grenadier then to support there. So it will be interesting to see.
I do think that, the way the faction is ostensibly designed is around the MG. I think in practice we see a lot of top players skip the MG because they're so hard to use. But we'll see how it works out for me. If anyone can do it, Orangepest can, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Grenades upgraded for Reakly.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of early grenades. I know that's something that's around in the 4Co since the dawn of time, but nades always feel such a gamble.
Yeah, and Reakly almost always does this, gets grenades, so OP will probably be ready for it. MG gets forced off there. But I like what Orangepest has done. He's equalized... Actually, he's ahead in fuel because of the cap order he's taken. He's going to probably get cut off here, but giving up the munitions in exchange for faster tech, we'll see how that ends up impacting the mid game here.
To be fair though, unless you play like a heavy Jäger build, you don't need that much ammo as Wehrmacht.
Yeah, although he's going tier 2, so he's going to want it. Right, he's going to want Shreks or maybe the upgrade to the 221.
Yeah, fair enough. But on the other hand, do you really need... Like, Panzerbüchse on the 221 always feels such a panic move. Obviously, if you need it, you need it, but it's not the best upgrade, so... And against the half-track, you can stall out a little bit, especially once you see our riflemen, so half-track won't be out earlier than 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. And there's always the flak. I think of all the factions, Wehrmacht and DAC to a lesser extent, the Axis get punished less for giving up the munitions, but You know, conversely, it's the allies who can really take advantage of all that extra muni. Reakly at plus 72 munitions a minute, so he's got an engineer. We'll see if he gets some mines down. He certainly can afford it. Pyle goes down to a nice retreat mine, or a retreat grenade there in the south.
Infantry support upgrades are on
Ah, damn, I missed it. Big push there towards the lighthouse. I'm not sure if Orangepest wants to take this engagement, especially if he's not jumping into green cover there. Rifleman. On the long range though, Riflemen don't have the best DPS, but still.
Yeah, it's he's backing up. I guess maybe the idea was there he has OQ coming so he can do a little bit of damage and then back off and heal, but still an unfavorable fight. He is going to contest this fuel now that the 2-2-1 is out. So yeah, this is the power spike, right? Especially if your opponent, like Reakly has been here, is slow to tech. The 2-2-1 gives you a lot of room to maneuver here. He knows there's grenades, so he can't just drive up to this rifle.
losing a fuel point.
Great anticipation there from Orangepest, expecting the nade tag there.
Damn it! Territory sector claimed.
Also, Orangepest revealed its doctrine. He went for a mechanized battle group and unlocked the capping with the LVs. Let's see if Reakly nails that as well.
Sector
MG is nicely positioned, denies the flank for the rifleman. But here we go, first smoke is off from the scout. Pioneer meanwhile capping the VP over here. MG has to reposition, Grenadier is coming in. By the way, we have officer quarters in.
We're losing it.
Yeah, it was after the tier 2, huh? It's interesting timing there. I like that. I don't think I've seen that recently. Oh, grenade really not doing anything there. I mean, it took some HP off the MG, but it's going to continue to fire at these rifles.
Yeah, this engagement really not paid out as Reakly planned to. He's fully off the field now. Only Captain Dan is holding the front line. I think Orangepest could be more aggressive and force him off and get the pill. Overall,
Yeah, probably wants to play safe here because of the MG. Okay, he's going to back it off, actually, but... Yeah, he's got to worry about his fuel here. Engineers have just laid a series of mines in the south, so 2-2-1 in a bit of danger if it rotates. It's up north for now, though.
Our Greyhound is here.
Comrade Greyhound is out, and with this insane ammo income, skirts and MG should not be an issue.
Yeah, and it's already got Vet 1, so he's picked up that Raider, so driving actually, I think, right for the cutoff. This is Reakly style. Or
I
the
love
fuel.
it, man.
Just right click the fuel and cut off. That's the way. And USF is the faction to do that with. This is going to be tough here. The flak alone is not a great Greyhound counter as we see it bounce a bunch of shots at max range. Like it can chase it away, but on a map like Twin Beaches, keeping up with the Greyhound is basically not possible with the flak. So you have to be content with only holding a small area, or you have to constantly be rotating around. So we'll see how he chooses to position that thing. Right now, he's trying to hold both the middle fuel and his own side fuel, and he's just sort of barely hanging on.
Let's see if Reakly takes snares on purpose. He should know that Orangepest has no ammo. So a Jäger with Shrek or Dank Hunter upgrade isn't really an option, and then draining this little ammo that he has with taking snares on purpose might not be a bad idea. Obviously risky, but there is no follow-up.
Yeah, I agree. I think I was really happy when you pointed out the snare yesterday that someone didn't use. I think it was Anti-Cafe. It's a pet peeve of mine, so I was very happy to hear you point that out. And yeah, this is definitely a situation where, if Reakly's thinking about the kind of territory people have, he'll, he may think about doing that.
Territory is being contested.
Scout is flaring, but there's not much to see. Interestingly, Reakly's getting a mortar next. Mid-game mortar always feels a little bit weird.
Yeah, I do think so. The U.S. mortar in particular, I think this is okay. because the Vet one is so OP. The air burst is so strong. And
We've lost the sector.
while the flak is pretty hard to kill with a regular mortar, the air burst does counter it. And it's not like he can't afford to spam air burst. So I don't hate this choice. I think it will definitely come in handy. And also, obviously, the mortar's very good both smoke and barraging against the MG. So I think we'll see him get some value out of it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just, yeah, mortars always, you kind of sacrifice tempo, and in like a
Control of the sector.
transitional phase in the game phases, it always feels a little bit off if you sacrifice tempo. But obviously,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the objectively correct thing to do here would just be make another Greyhound. You've got fast deploy. It's going to be come out of Vet 1. If we just look at Orangepest comp right now, double M8 just wins this game, right? 1 flak and 3 grins is not going to stop, like, an M8 with canister diving him.
No.
He just isn't in a position to defend it. If he had the upgun 221 maybe, but Reakly not needing the second Greyhound to push off Orangepest right now, though.
I think Reakly's already thinking about taking up for the Easy 8. Like, he's flooding a lot of manpower, a lot of fuel. Even though taking up this early does not make much sense. He will have a dead tank with tier 4 till he gets the resources in for a tank.
Yeah, he should get something. Another rifle, a second engineer, OP. He could OP his fuel right now. I know some players don't like seeing OPs in 1v1s, but I think if you're in this dominant of a position, getting that easy 8 out faster just means you're that much more likely to close the game
Sector's
quickly.
gone. We must take it back.
Wirbelwind is on the field with an amazing looking camo.
It's got the fallen leaf. Oh, yeah.
It's not the fallen leaf one, I
Oh, no.
think.
I just assumed that's the best one. Oh, that
Oh,
one
yeah.
is good, though. I haven't seen this one.
Fallen leaf is obviously the best.
I know. We need more fallen leaf skins. Relic, if you're watching the stream, if you want to print money, just copy paste that fallen leaf skin onto other vehicles, man.
Yeah. Especially on the Tiger.
No answer to this Wurble means full retreat here from Reakly. The AT gun is coming, but it's obviously much more difficult to retake the field with an AT gun than it is to hold it.
However, Ground is doing a lot of damage from the second line of defense, sniping away models.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of a costly push there for Orangepest. I'm worried for this MG. I'm sure he'd love to keep it on the field.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
Okay.
2-1 died, by the way. I just missed that.
Ooh. Looks like, yeah, AT gun took it out at max mid-range from like around a corner. A little bit of bullet curving there.
No map hack today. Ground already veterancy 2,
They pushed
closing into this amazing veterancy 3.
Yeah, man, the +5 machine gun, all these stats are scary. 80 HP is annoying. Bigger machine gun range is rough. And 35% rate of fire. That is massive.
I still have to say that I'm conflicted about the boost of veterancy 3. Cause it makes the game even more snowbally from time to times.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I missed the super strong vet 3s from Co 1, but I do think nobody except the person using the 180 HP sniper likes 180 HP snipers.
It's unkillable, man. It's unkillable. I tried so often. Yeah. But snipers, thank God, are not the meta unit at the moment. Or not as meta as they were in the past, so that's fine.
Reakly now 210 fuel. He needs to build tank depot.
He decides,
Building a second AT gun.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I don't know
overkill.
about that. Oh, you know what this is? Well, as I mentioned earlier, he likes Collins. I wonder if he's not going to build tank depot.
But why?
It's very possible.
He has so much fuel.
Because he's a little single-minded in his builds sometimes. He really could just build tank depot, and he's got the CPs to unlock the buildable Easy 8. So he could have an Easy 8 on the field, basically, if he was a little more careful with his manpower and had built Tank Depot already. But he's going to give OP some really unearned breathing room here to get up to tier 4 himself, or perhaps get to the Panther.
By the way, more minesweeping by the Pioneer, not getting a sweeper. A little bit ballsy.
Yeah, he's
there
so
by
low on
OP.
Muni. Maybe he doesn't feel like it's worth it, but there's a ton of mines out now for Reakly, so sweeper definitely would be the play here.
Oh, Greyhound is in the pickle.
Sectors is now in enemy hands.
Shaking its booty because the 20mm is firing at it, but Osford is now in the pickle as well.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Orangepest, not able to, when you're not able to control the +5 munitions on your side of mid, everything gets really awkward. And he's been, sort of contesting the fuel in mid and trying to hold his own fuel. And I'd love to see him just really consolidate here and push for those middle houses, like I referenced at the beginning of the game. I think he needs to get a meaningful foothold here on the map, and easier said than done. But the unit coming in from off map now could be just the thing he needs to do that.
A fuel point is being seized by the enemy.
D or E? Called in with Stoßtruppen. Oh boy. I love
There's already
this
2 AT
unit.
guns, unfortunately, so it's not like Reakly doesn't have an answer. But the no bars means that, assuming that he can chase the M8 away, these Stas
Oh, they would
could
have
be a difference maker here.
They have a field day against the known bar rifles. But Stuck
Be a little
nearly
rough,
dies
yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, AP rounds doing some work there for that.
They increase also damage, not
Position.
only
The
penetration,
enemy
right?
is stealing our munitions point.
Yeah, it does add DPS. It's plus 25%, so it's a lot. It's actually a pretty decent chunk of extra damage.
We need to use our command points.
Oh, that Reakly is flooding that fuel makes me sad. He could have tagged up. Easy 8 would have been already in the queue.
Yeah, and he did end up building Tank Depot, so don't really understand the super late. I guess maybe he was worried about like a second Warble and getting all in, but the M8 plus the rifles, I feel like, and also with fast deploy, he could just build a Hellcat if you really needed a AT quickly.
Yeah, and call it Easy 8 is so expensive manpower wise, since Allied War Machine does not apply to it. But
Yeah, I really hope that's not what he's going to do here. It wouldn't really make any sense at this point with Tank Depot, so presumably we'll see him click up here. We'll just say that he's so confident in his position in this game that he's not worried about it.
To be fair, he has a good position. 2 VPs, map is mostly blue. Orangepest has a hard time getting any resource income. But Wehrmacht is notoriously known for playing from the behind, or playing from behind where it needs to rely on its support weapons to make a comeback. So let's see if Orangepest can pull it off.
I mean, he's going to do exactly that. Speaking of coming back with support weapons, actually, I like this choice. Building tier 3, recognizing he is not really going to get to the Panther anytime soon, either call in or building it. So he's going to get some packs because he knows what's coming, and that's the Easy 8. So needs an answer that's not from, doesn't exist in tier 2. I also really like not going Martyr. I think the position he's in on the beach, I don't think you can use Martyrs into the Easy 8s because the double AT gun's just going to destroy you. So I think the only answer he has here is the pack. So
Yeah, I totally agree.
Clearance to advance.
And here we go, buildable Easy 8 and War Machine has been unlocked by Reakly.
he remembered he could spend CPs.
Glorious. Easy 8 number 1 is out.
Arrive. Give 'em hell.
Yeah, Easy 8 with a double AT gun screen is a tough nut to crack. But keep in mind, Reakly speed run towards the Easy 8, which means... never mind, he went for the more expensive unlock, so he did not speed run. He has the... How is the ability called where he gets...
Seek and Destroy.
Seek and Destroy, thank you. So there is some flanking potential there. So, and some ammo dumps in the doctrinal, which we usually don't see.
Easy, it's probably going to make quick work of this Stug. Oh, Flat could... Well, he's probably going to get out of the arc. Yeah.
It's not committing,
Wow,
though.
not chasing. I guess there could be a pack, but there's only one Gren, so he should have ate that Faust, honestly.
Orangepest can't even Faust.
Right, yeah, he has literally zero immunity income. He's just bluffing.
Of course, if you can't, sometimes you have to lie or pretend. Oh, one Grenadier might go down. Nope, no chase.
This is maybe the hardest map for this matchup for Wehrmacht. Fayetteville might be worse,
250 points.
but I don't know. I think Twin Beaches is probably the hardest map to play against USF.
You know, I will not spill the beans. Earlier, Orangepest messaged me that Reakly is not online yet, and that he assumes that Reakly is scared and won't show up.
Oh,
So,
well, understandably not afraid at playing USF on Twin Beaches. We'll see how the other game goes here as we get a surrender from Orangepest, so GG.
yeah, Ostwind hit the mine and then got blown up by the AT guns.
Yeah, not much you can do there is weird, to be honest.
Let's go. Are you ready, chat, for game number 2 between Reakly and Orangepest? After the amazing show by Reakly, how USF dominates Wehrmacht on Twin Beaches, can Orangepest repeat this as USF with
Finders are now available.
Airborne, or can Reakly as Wehrmacht redeem himself and show that Wehrmacht also dominates on this map? What do you think, Daniel?
We have Pathfinders.
I expect a victory here from Orangepest. I think he'd be very disappointed in himself if he didn't pull this one out. This is, like I said before, maybe the best US map. Airborne, probably the best doctrine if you do the typical 4-path. And actually, interestingly enough, we're not seeing what most people do, which is... I feel like the standard thing now is to just crank out the scouts and then get the Pathfinders so you don't end up bothering to reinforce them. But he is
Pathfinders are on stage.
not doing that, so... It'll delay his WSC slightly, but it does mean that he'll have better combat power here on some of these guys. Oh, he's not reinforcing, so we will see what he decides to do.
We had a huge discussion yesterday. What way is better? Like, upgrade them immediately or later? And I think it's just like whatever you prefer. Like, obviously, 80 manpower more is handy.
We have Pathfinders awaiting orders.
But losing out on the combat performance early on also might be something.
Yeah, I think there are arguments for both, as you say. I agree. It just depends on what you want to do. He's opted for an in-between option. He's half of his Pathfinders are upgraded or are reinforced. I like Reakly doing what I talked about. He's in the middle of the map here, and he secured both middle +5s, and now he can hop in this yellow building if he wants, and those are pretty much secured for the next few minutes.
Also capping the 16-pointer ammo, so at least Reakly will have some ammo, unlike Orangepest in the last game. Orangepest not really focusing any ammo, still at 0 ammo.
Yeah, I actually think this is a better cap order than we saw from Orangepest. And I like this choice to go straight for the cutoff because, especially when people only go 3 men on their Pathfinder, it can be hard to fight that Gren. You have to send 2. We're seeing he's sending 2 Pathfinders to go contest that Gren, who just backed off. I like that choice. Just recognizing you probably can't stay and fight. He's slowed Orangepest capping a lot here with that move.
Ooh, one Pathfinder is in the pickle. Oh, Orangepest is in a horrible position. There are no green cover fighting against 2 Grenadiers and a Pioneer.
Yeah, man, I gotta say, this is like a perfect open here from Reakly. This is as good of a start with Tier 1 Wehrmacht against Pathfinder opponent as I've ever seen, really.
They've captured a victory point.
Yeah. Meanwhile, MG's now out, and look how fast the half-track arrives. I'm always surprised how fast you can get out the half track.
Yeah, he did get the middle fuel, so his cap order was good for doing this. And yeah, this is insane. He's going to get it at 340, I think.
Territory point.
That's way too fast. So as good as Reakly's open was, now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
There's no answer to this.
Yeah.
There's no world in which, and also I think going officer quarters is really going to screw him here. If he doesn't go airborne and drop a LG-40, he's delaying his answer to this by a full minute. Oh, but you know what? Orangepest is being so greedy. He's driving right up. He could eat a Faust.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh, the officer quarters was so, that was like just a couple of seconds off of him eating that Faust and, you know, driving into the vetted grens. Wow.
Yeah, but Captain Dan can now reinforce on the front line.
Yeah, this is a lost fight for Reakly. He should probably just back off here.
So are you hyped for the open top half tracks for USF next patch? So we can see some twisted Tootsie cars with double Zook squads inside of it, killing tigers and so on.
I'm not gonna lie, I am not looking forward to facing that battle group, quite honestly.
Yeah, me neither.
We'll see the timing on that half track, but I was hoping that the next patch would make it so that I didn't have to see US half tracks pre 4 minutes. But I just have a feeling it's going to be 1 CP and it's going to be in my face well before I have a counter for it.
Half track is out of commission for some time now. Got snared. Pioneer is on the field though. Orangepest on point with its timings there.
Commander, it's done.
However, map control really shifted into Orangepest favor. Map was really red and now it's relatively even blue and red, but still.
Enemy movement.
Yeah, Reakly actually maintaining control of that plus 16. That's really nice. He's got some meaningful muni income. Plus 41 right now to Orangepest plus 25. So
Now under enemy control.
this is working for him so far. I got to say the half track is back on the field. But we're close to a counter from Reakly, so if Orangepest wants to dominate like Reakly did last game as US, he's going to need to get something done in the next minute or two here. Otherwise, we're going to see, I think, a pretty even game going into the mid-game.
So who has the better late game? Pathfinders? Or I would call it mechanized?
USF. The eco gap is just too big. Pathfinders scale relatively well because of their really good vet. 40% rate of fire at vet 3. They get 30% accuracy at vet 2, so they do scale reasonably well for a utility unit, especially. And you've got manpower cheats for ISC, so I think I don't think this game being even in the mid game means that, you know, Orangepest is in trouble, but it does make it more possible for Reakly to make something happen in the late game.
Hill will stay in control of Orangepest. Nicely done by him, by the way. Microwise not waiting till it's decapped and capping it. He rather caps his cutoff and then goes to cap the 10-pointer there, not to waste any time.
Yeah, that's another pet peeve. Is when people sit on the decap the point that's neutral as the enemy cap goes down. Engineer, perhaps in a bit of a pickle, as you would say, but half track does come to back him up.
No upgrade yet on the half track. He saw the 221. After the 221, I would get the quad. Like the 76 is a little bit of an overkill against the 221. But let's see. Orangepest not upgrading it. Obviously has no armor for it. So yeah, to clarify it for chat, people often wait till they upgrade the half track just to wait which upgrade is better than. Like the stock half track with its 50 cal is decent enough to scare away rifle, grants and so on, that you wait with the upgrade, but half track might bite the dust.
Reakly should know he can drive in here. There's no snares. This is the thing about this US build. Oh wow, a lot of misses.
Oh my. But then things like this can happen. Half track in the meantime. Oh, look at this.
The victory point is under enemy control.
It had the fire animation and stopped. Oh my god, he will die. He will die. To the DMG.
Nice micro there from Orangepest. Targeting it with the 30 cal and it does go down. That's a big pickup.
If you're really quiet,
Oh,
you
and
can.
he saves the vet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If you're really quiet, you can hear a man in Lithuania screaming because he feels cheated.
Yeah, I gotta say, anyone with 5,000 games should know that the 221's tracking sucks, and you can't make plays like that.
Yeah.
Or that plays like that are a gamble, you know? You know what, though? While that was going on with the half track and the base, Reakly did a good job multitasking. Look at the map. He's kept a lot of it up.
Yeah.
Although he did lose his plus 16 muni in the north, but otherwise, he's got himself some nice fuel income. He's still got good muni income. His I gotta say, I did not think it would be this close. 10 minutes into the game here.
No.
Enemy activity near our munitions.
Flak is on the way. Flak, by the way, great counter against the half tracks. They eat them alive, but he cancels the Flak and gets the Jaeger instead.
Yeah, you know, with 4 Pathfinders, I think the flak is a little bit of a liability because that's potentially 4 smokes, 4 rifle nades, 4 units that can see the flak before you can see them. So it makes it very hard to use.
But
And I
Jaeger
think
also
just going
gets
straight for-
cancelled. Jaeger also gets cancelled and then lost with the Wirbelwind is in the queue.
Yeah, that's smart. Tank Depot is coming up, but it's about a minute. He's about a minute from the fuel for a Hellcat, so there will be about a minute where this Wurble is fully uncontested unless Orangepest upgrades the AT half track now, which he can do. But
By the way, Orangepest is missing out on resources. He got Veterancy 1 on the half track that he could unlock salvage and salvage to destroy 2-1.
oh, true.
People know your veterancy abilities.
The fuel would be nice.
Taking our victory point.
Accelerate that first Sherman.
We have command points that need allocating.
Faust is out on the half track, but that was kind of wasted 30 ammo.
Oh man, he's got to drive the. I don't think it's a waste because he can drive the Wurble there now and kill it. So even if it's upgrading to AT, like it's one burst maybe from the Wurble will kill this 116 HP. So I like that Faust. I think Orangepest is actually in a little bit of trouble here. He is going to be able to drop the AT gun. So
Yeah, panic dropped
probably
the
won't
AT gun.
die. Yeah, it's going to delay the Sherman a little bit though.
Let's
And I
see.
do think the Wurble will be able to kill this. This is again no snares is rough. And actually,
We have anti-tank crews
I wonder if Reakly will just go for this here when he sees the AT gun. He should know there's only one, right? Because when your opponent doesn't build tier 3, you can track exactly the number of AT guns just by watching the how many planes have flown over the battlefield.
Yeah, but Tino took the shot there. He has to fall back.
The sector's been overrun.
Yeah, second shot will put this thing. Wow, so only AP means 3 shots kills a Wurble. That is pretty quick.
Half track is dead though, so my assumption was false that the snare was not worth it.
Yeah, I think anytime you can damage the engine of a vehicle in the middle of the map, especially in ones where like there's not as many reps around, I think there's a lot of value from that.
Victory point. We're losing it.
Actually, he used armor piercing on the Wurble. Chat.
Oh, Pathfinder might get killed if Reakly decides to target switch. Nope.
Reakly does not have officer quarters for tier 2, but killing vehicles gives you a lot of that.
Victory
So
point is under attack. We must act. Victory point
Sherman is now
falling into enemy
out.
control.
Sherman will hit hard because Reakly decides to cancel his Jaeger and get a second Wirbel.
yeah, that's a mistake. He should know the timings. Like 12, 13 minutes is like on a map like Twin Beaches where you can have more fuel than usual. This is the tank timing. So really incomprehensible choice here from Reakly. Now, if he's lucky, he'll see the Sherman before the Werble completes. Although at this point, you might as well just queue a Jaeger. It doesn't even matter.
Reakly has a lot of
That's what he's
MP
doing.
in the bank, so that's fine. He gets the snare off, buys a little bit of time, so no follow-up there.
Command point.
Yeah, and he's got enough muni. That's actually one of the few times I don't hate that snare. He does not have a counter to the Sherman, so any damage he can put on it, I think, is good.
Yeah, and with 41 ammo per minute, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, chat asking about the Sherman. I think with recent changes to the game in general and to the Sherman specifically, I think it was always underrated. But now that it gets smoke, and now that it's got some better vet options and maybe some slightly better vet buffs, it's definitely buildable.
It also has decent armor, like AT guns can bounce on it. So it's a really good tank.
Yeah, 195 is no joke.
I still think Sherman is the least spammable tank from all the other mediums, but still a really, really good tank.
Wow, this is a really aggressive move with the Werble. Maybe he's trying to bait the Sherman into the Shrek. It is at almost half health from Faust, so...
Oh, AT gun is out of position though. Second Wibble is coming around.
We're losing a fuel point.
Well, this AT gun's in danger. Man, this is really bad for OP. Kind of greedy positioning with the AT gun, and it's definitely going to be punished here. Shrek Jaeger is here to back this up, so I think he should steal this. He doesn't have his own tier 3, right? So he needs AT guns, ideally.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him try to pick this up.
But will be tough. Ah, he has to run, he can't pick it up.
Ammunition points. Supplies are cut off. We have holes in our front line.
Sherman could eat a Shrek here. He's got to be really careful. This is a crucial point at this game. If either player makes a big mistake, it could be, I think, the deciding factor. Both players really want this AT gun. No one wants to jump on it yet, though. The time's not right.
Yeah.
Reakly actually opting to kill it, deciding he can't secure it. So looks like
Will
he
he get
should
red
be able
pinned
to
before the
finish it
next
off.
volley gets off? Misses it.
Shrek fizzles. Yeah,
And
and he
gets
gets
red
pinned.
pinned.
Wow, that's huge.
The Wibble can
Werble
destroy
trying
it
to kill
though.
it. Not at max range, I think. He's got to get closer, but there's another Sherman out, so he doesn't want to. And this now things could turn here if Orangepest just goes into the base. He knows that Shrek Jaeger is almost dead, right? And that the Werbles are the only other thing on the field, really. So I wonder if he'll go all the way into the base here. As he goes to resecure that AT gun.
Second Jaeger out this soon. Reakly has decent ammo control, so second Shrek should not be that far off. But no officer quarters yet, so the Shrek Jaegers are weaker than they should be, or could be.
Yeah, he needs OQ here. He really needs OQ
The
here.
enemy has 300 points remaining.
Like I said yesterday,
Right.
on all AT units you want to get the veterancy free as fast as possible, because more HP means you can stay long in the fights and get your damage actually done against the tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Jaeger Vet one is one of the more impactful because you unlock the camo, which obviously gives you good positional options, but it gives you first strike.
Command point.
So he is getting it now, fortunately.
Oh, he's moving out of green cover, giving the Sherman a better time of hitting. Here we go, Vet 1 is in. We have Panther Battle Group unlocked, mechanized. He's going straight for the pet. I assume it will be Colin.
Oh, it's disgusting. This is, come on. What is, base heals? Base heals? With 100 ammo in the bank? No, man, come on. I don't understand.
Yeah, base heal, the worst heal in the game.
Victory point.
Literally, the slowest, the most expensive, Not getting a med bunker is like just unconscionable. It's not okay. I'm rooting against Reakly now. He deserves to lose for that.
We've lost control of a sector.
I'm not sure how you can say fuel's not an issue. He's gonna want a Panther, and he's gonna want to build tier 4. And you want the free models too. Like, it's less manpower, sure, but once you've saved 2 models, now you're even on manpower from, you know, the other option, from the bunker. And then it's all profit after that.
And every bit of manpower cheat is something you...
Nelly, the answer is yes. So if in about 5 minutes we see Reakly start to do worse, we'll know that was my bad vibes. Great question.
Overall, Reakly's doing
Sherman.
well, though. VP-wise, he's behind, but I think army composition-wise, it looks
Sherman deploying.
decent.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to get to the Panther.
We have
Where's he
command
at
points
CP
ready
wise?
for use.
He's only like 2/3 of a CP from the call-in Panther. And once the Panther comes out, I actually think his position isn't bad at all, as you say. Like, he's got most of what he needs. It's gonna come down to play, you know?
Munitions point is being attacked.
I expect OP will get logistics here pretty soon, and that'll be a big advantage if he does. He's got 3 Shermans, so don't think he'll feel he needs a 4th.
Oh boy. Shermans might go for a base inspection. Nope.
We're losing it.
So you know everything, right? So if the USFMG is inside of a building, does its passive apply?
Command
I don't
point
think so,
available.
but I actually don't know.
I'm glad.
It says just when it's set up, but
Technically, it's set up in the building.
yeah, I don't know. I've never been able to get an answer on this. I keep waiting for Tyrope to tell me. I wonder about that with like the, you know, the Tommy passive as well. Like when you're in cover, you get extra accuracy.
Yeah. Oh, look at the
Yeah, I
sexy tank on the field. And if I knew my icons, I would even tell you from which division it is. But I don't know.
Yeah, we need Dane for that.
We need Dane for that.
Keep it up.
White phosphorus shot coming in handy.
Yeah, that Panther was having a good time against the vanilla Shermans, but second engineer, I like this choice to get reps. Although I think logistics, he needs to click logistics here pretty soon.
Pathfinders,
That said, ooh,
engage.
Pathfinders go down in the north. He's gonna need more. The Shermans kind of suck against the Panther. He's only got 1 AT gun, so Orangepest actually in a bit of an uncomfortable situation in terms of, you know, his choices for what he wants to build next. You might want a Hellcat, you might want an AT gun. You really want to get those ISC upgrades rolling. Curious to see what he picks.
Yeah. That's why I'm not a big fan of the Sherman Death Blob. Because unlike the Crusader,
A victory point
also
is under
it
attack.
has a hard time dealing with the Panther, even in large numbers. I know I'm saying that, and the Panther will get killed by the Sherman
Waiting
Blob.
to be used.
Yeah, I generally like to stop at 2 Shermans personally. I think after that, Hellcats and 105s are kind of where it's at.
Control now.
But we'll see if Orangepest can make it work. He's pretty close to being able to drop another AT gun. I'm really curious what his choice is here against the Panther.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
It's interesting for me though what Reakly will get next. A second Panther, more Shreks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say second Panther. He's got double Werble, right? So his anti-infantry is covered.
We've lost
And he's almost got the fuel for the Panther, so it feels like that's the safe choice. And once you've got 2 Panthers, now you're with double Shrek. Everything you've got everything you need, right?
Oh,
And it's just,
no.
ooh, Shrek goes down actually.
And gets
So,
dropped, but you cannot do a double Shrek Jaeger.
This will be a really big pick, but if Orangepest can secure this, oh no, it looks like the Pilot was gonna be able to get it. White Phosphorus hitting both units at once there.
Man, I hate White Phosphorus shot.
Yeah, I don't like that burning feeling either.
We have supplies ready to be paradropped.
Oh, Orangepest checking out what is possible there.
Yeah, I like that. I think he's got plenty of ammo. He's got the supply drop. I would just spam that recon at this point.
But there are 2 AA units on the field.
Yeah, it's not gonna last. That's true.
And Reakly has a repair problem. He has a hard time.
Yeah, he has 2 Pyos, but Panther does have a lot of HP to return to it. Orangepest floating a bit here. Wonder what he's waiting for.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Maybe just can't decide what he wants to build next.
12 popcap is free, right? So what unit is 12 popcap? Hellcat.
Sherman's 12.
I think Hellcat is as well 12.
10.
10. Damn, that's
Using a
cheap.
fuel point.
That's why I always see some deaf Hellcat blob.
Okay, there's the logistics. When I like the choice to get the bazooka squad, I think the Vet 1 is a sort of anti-Panther dive. He doesn't have snares, right? So I think getting handheld AT is nice, and potentially a snare if it gets Vet, which it should, shooting at vehicles.
Territory lost.
So what should Reakly pick?
We must act.
Off-map barrage or the mechanized assault?
I'd go Mech Assault. I don't think at this level of play, unless you really position it super well, I find that it's hard to get value out of that artillery a lot of the time for how expensive it is. It's just it takes a long time to come down.
It's 200.
Mech Assault is just no brainer.
Munitions
It
point
also, I think, an underutilized or underappreciated aspect of Mech Assault is the buff it gives infantry. It's actually pretty massive. It's where is it? 30% less damage, 20% harder to hit. So the same DR as the 30 cal gets, plus 20% harder to hit. So it actually makes the Shreks really good while the ability's active.
Recon run by request.
Reakly needs to do something. VP the difference is already 300 VPs. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Bombing run on the... Was he trying to hit a retreating unit, maybe?
Ahead of us. Get in formation.
Or is this just disrespect?
Dropping an anti-tank gun on your mark. Stand clear.
I don't know what that was.
Bingo fuel in. Heading back to base.
He must have been looking for a retreating unit. Not exactly on target, though.
Interesting to see bombing run in 1v1. Always, like, rocket run feels way more 1v1 like.
Anti-tank team on the field.
Yeah, especially against... I mean, it can be hard to land it on the Panthers, but it's so devastating when it lands, and much harder to avoid than the bombing run. I'm nervous for this captain. Okay, it does retreat the correct direction.
Oh boy, Reakly is in a pickle there. I don't think his positioning is desirable. Has to fall back.
Yeah, you don't want your... I mean, we actually can see, like, just these 2 Shermans making life really hard for this
And
Shrek.
that's a
Does Reakly not know about merge?
Enemy movement near victory point.
Panther. And I think that's game.
Oh,
5 points.
yeah. Well, he can afford to call it another one, but his VP situation's so bad. Someone's got to tell Reakly about merge. I'm telling him if he's watching this later. Reakly, merge is really strong. I'm not sure if he used it once. GG.
GG, well played.
Well, I gotta say, I'm impressed with his early and mid game. It kind of fell apart from there in the late, and some of that is obviously faction imbalance. I think some of it was Orangepest played better.
Positioning wasn't really on point in the late game. It felt a little bit that Reakly was everywhere and at nowhere at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. But I thought his early game was great. I think he showed us how you can survive the early game until the half track hits, and then obviously you're in trouble again. But
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 3 between Reakly and Orangepest, and we see something we were not expecting. We have Brit versus DAC game on Road to Tunis. So the African factions are fighting against each other. That would be pretty pog. So what are we expecting doctrine-wise, Daniel?
Royal Engineers on the field and ready.
man, I'm okay. I'm gonna come out of left field here and say I think that we're gonna see a maybe a flame tank rush from OP. The fact that we're not seeing burstas right away and we're not seeing double bike, but maybe he's gonna wait and see. I feel like he should know what Reakly's gonna do. Reakly's gonna click heavy armor. Okay, there he is. He just clicked it, and he's gonna go into Crusader A to Black Prince. So I guess another option is armored, not just for the flame tank, but for the strafe. Or the loiter, excuse me, which is really good against the Black Prince because it's so slow, right? You can actually get multiple passes.
Oh, skill planes always to the rescue. I'm more team dive bomb in team games
A new infantry
to
section
get rid of
is
AT
ready
gun
for
blobs.
Yeah, it's really strong for that.
But obviously skill planes are always really, really strong.
Yeah, there's not much AA in ones usually, although he could have Crusader AAs on the map. Usually we see those get refit. But since Reakly might never build tier 3, it is possible that we don't, that he still has AA on the field. But we'll have to wait and see what Orangepest picks first. He's actually going PGs.
Maybe he did cook something up.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see espionage. I feel like that's the best PG support you can get from DAC battle groups.
Yeah, makes sense. The savage weapons, the camo ambush is something you have to be careful. And against the Black Prince, obviously the incendiary shot where you do percentage-based damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Insane.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
Really good damage on this RE as it gets into the building. And that's one of those things in any Brit matchup that really matters, right? You always got to track the HP on the Royal Engineers because they have to gap close. So if they take damage early without getting anything done, until you get heals, it means that unit's basically not able to fight.
Oh, and one model dropped already.
No 250. Not surprising he's got the Crad. Tier 2 coming up. And a really good mine sweeping here from OP. Just loses one model, no other damage. So I think that was a mine for the Crad that Reakly planted.
Yeah, there are the pathing mines coming down. Also on the edge, so
Sector lost.
the most likely for the bike. The terrorist unit to get rid of it.
An infantry section.
Yeah, I think if you want to lay a anti-Crad mine, you do it on your fuel. You don't do it on one of the cutoffs like that.
Fair enough.
And it's going to delay a flamer or any weapon upgrades, which is pretty big on this map. You know, there's lots of buildings. They're fighting in the open now, though.
I agree. Also, DAC is, I think, the faction that's most prone to get mine killed. Because the sweeper is the most expensive one with 45 ammo.
Yeah.
And you often want to get the flamer. And double engineer is something, we see it with certain build orders, but
Vehicles shall arrive on the
it's not as standard as like Soviets
Yeah.
in Code 2.
I think that's a really good point. Mine's against DAC, very effective. OP not opting for the flamer so far. He's got 500 manpower. I'm not sure what he's doing, to be honest. Okay, deciding to build a 250. That is very strange.
It's interesting.
Maybe he
to
wants the heals.
see- 250,
He's
maybe
floating too much
250-9. But he has no ammo for it.
No.
He's
He
spent
doesn't have combat half tracks either. I think he would have got combat half tracks by now.
600. He cancelled the 250. What is going on? He's not taking up for mechanized.
This is really weird.
What?
I can't believe how much resources he's floating.
Second Pioneer comes up.
And he's letting Reakly just dominate the middle, so VPs are draining away. A munitions lead is building. Man, I talked about how Orangepest when he's prepared as Dak is really scary. This does not feel like a prepared Orangepest.
Yeah, especially with Dak, where you have to prepare for your doctrine, like build otherwise in the early game so much. It feels like a little bit all over the place at the moment.
Yeah. Well, okay, how about this? Dak is really manpower starved. Every unit you build has upkeep. No more good minesweeping here. He's saving himself manpower for the mid and late game by not building a unit.
I don't think that's how it works. Sadly.
I mean, that's how the mechanic works.
If technically, yes.
Victory point.
By the way,
Control.
Wow, that's
Pioneer
huge.
died
Manpower
somewhere.
goes down to a mine on retreat.
mining from Reakly on point. Humber's on the way and Orangepest has no counter to it. Obviously he can call in the Dank Hunter or the AT gun. But still, he has a really small army.
Humber armored car fueled up.
And Dank
Hey, Red is
faction that's
coming.
already really prone to manpower bleed has to be careful there.
Yeah, I think what we could see here, if OP has a way out of this, it is that he alpha strikes the Humber, like he drives the air raid in after the Humber gets is taking a barrage, or after its burst is going, and then the air raid can win that fight. So if there's no grenades from Reakly, then he can just chase the Humber all the way around the map until it's dead.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can make that happen. Otherwise, I think he just slowly loses, to be honest. He's
heal.
way too far behind.
He needs to make something happen. Like, he has only 2 fighting squads, no heal. He lost a lot of HP already. Has the Adrad out though, but Adrad will hit the mine if he follows this infantry section. Nope.
Yeah.
Mine
I
gets
actually
revealed,
I don't think he should have revealed it until he had a chance to chase the Humber down. He needed to surprise the Humber with this ARAD. By revealing it, he's letting Reakly back off and wait for his AT gun.
The enemy has our victory points now.
Good minesweeping here. He's going to pick up a second mine.
Weapon and
Even the third mine, he already spotted 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1 on the VP, 1 on the road, and then on the 5-pointer. AT gun is out.
we're losing a victory point.
Normally I would argue Orangepest should have the stronger army, but because his army is so small, I don't think he has a power spike there incoming.
Victory point belongs to the enemy.
Taking support armor elements. Maybe going to go for the stubby stug. He's very low. Oh, but you know what this could just be for him? Is he may call in a pack after he upgrades support armor elements.
My favorite change in the whole game.
Yeah, really good change. Really happy about that.
Oh, Adrian got the warm welcome there. Oh, Humber can't commit though.
Yeah, could have lost that fight. AT gun not fast enough to keep up with the red, so would have been a 1v1.
Rifle sections have been granted grenades, as requested.
Infantry section have grenades.
And this feels like the beginning of the end here for Orangepest as these 2 sections go to the cutoff.
No heal. Look at the P-grants. Or the palms.
Yeah, he can't do anything except repair and cap with those.
Initiate
And wow, look at this
battlefield
infantry section going all the way back here to look for the 8-rad. Luckily, it's repaired enough that it shouldn't.
Yeah, but he spots it. And he
I wonder
might
if he's
wipe
gonna
the
get damage
Pioneer.
engine.
And Reakly's... What is... Oh. Snare goes off, but no follow-up. Full retreat from
he-
OP again.
Just enough reps went in that he didn't get a damaged engine.
training completed.
He got emergency repair kits. Wow, I don't understand that. I feel like he needs more combat units or heals.
Is he waiting for
Hey,
the flame tank call it? 2 more CPs.
Yeah, that's pretty far away.
And he also view for that either like it's 70-ish, 60-ish view. Something like that.
I wonder. I almost wonder if Orangepest has just decided like you can't win his access, and I'm not going to try.
Enemy action.
It's kind of what this feels like.
Yeah, to be fair, battle group elimination, so Reakly is throwing away his Brit doctrine.
Victory point.
Yeah, that's true. So what does Reakly have left now? I'm not even sure what he can play as allies anymore. I mean, Airborne's probably the strongest choice, but
We have a
I'm not sure that he
command
plays it,
points,
to be
Commander.
honest. Bike trying to be sneaky here. Can he outmaneuver the Humber with no reverse? See, who needs reverse? Look at that. Look at that micro.
Yeah, but has an AT gun now? Second AT gun on the way from Reakly.
The enemy has 300 points.
A lot of mines, but the sweeper's on point. I think once the sweeper is out, you can argue that putting aggressive mines out is not the thing to do.
The enemy
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any question. I think you lay anti-flank mines once you see sweepers.
victory point
And
is in
Orangepest
enemy
did the big brain move. Hit the mine with his bike.
hands. Anti-tank crews are on standby for orders.
Stock D is on the way. Orangepest is stabilizing, but is it enough?
No. I don't think so. I don't
Good
think
to-
you want to be this behind as Dak.
Enemy have taken our territory. We're losing a victory point.
I guess there's a world where the ARAD flanks the AT guns, and Reakly doesn't micro them well, and then the Stug shows up and he clears them both. But there's 3 trained sections with nades, so I just feel like he'd have to out micro so hard, Orangepest would, to make that happen.
That's not happening, man.
We do have smoke and emergency repair kits now for Orangepest, so plenty of survivability for these vehicles.
Oh, Adra is in the pickle. But Humber is also the pickle.
Man, if I was Orangepest, I would just play for VPs here, to be honest. I would just be annoying. I would try to cap the sides. I would drain as many as possible. Try to get faction pick for game 5.
Yeah.
They still have 250 points left.
Now, one thing that Orangepest has going for him is Reakly probably won't tech. So he doesn't have to worry about a Crusader. He just has to prep for the AA Crusader.
Yeah, I think Reakly sometimes is so stubborn that he limits his abilities there.
Oh, 250 goes down. That actually hurts more than you'd think because that's all
heal.
of OP's heals.
Yeah.
Okay, he is going to cap bot VP, so he will get to drain a few more here.
Oh, that might be a goner squad.
Blast. A Humber
Humber gets traded against the Palm.
Yeah, I think I trade Humber for PG every time.
to enemy
Yeah.
action. We have vehicles on standby.
And there's the Crusader AA. It's going to be right-clicked into the base, looks like. I think he's hunting the bike, maybe?
Bike is somewhere else though.
Territory lost.
By the way, with the next patch, they will finally fix the MG deaths from Dak.
Oh, look, facing the wrong way.
Yes.
Enemies pushing the line, trying to take one of our points.
But
I know,
then
the
I
door,
lose
the
my
door being in
talking.
the front's pretty funny.
Yeah, then I will lose my talking point though.
That's okay. You just talk about what it used to be like.
Yeah.
I like how he left target vehicles on. You don't want to get any vet, Reakly. You don't want to shoot at the buildings even a little bit.
Nah.
He literally drove in, did nothing, and drove out. Oh, true. He was probably looking for the med truck, as Viceroy points out.
Reakly's getting an MG and support weapon training.
I think support weapon training when you have multiple. Once you have 2 weapon teams, I actually think it's cost effective.
AT guns with weapon trading is amazing.
Heavy machine gun has been
The
deployed.
immediate veterancy 1 in combination with the higher rate of fire is really strong.
AT gun is getting flanked up here top, but I think it's gonna get sticky, and then I think it's gonna die. Oh, he doesn't have the muni for it, Reakly. Okay, that's pretty lucky.
But oh shit, I got a plate smoke from Orangepest, saves the AT gun. Oh boy, don't.
Orangepest sending it. Here's the flame tank. Okay, so I was right.
We're losing a victory.
The all-in is coming!
Okay, first AT gun is down. He needs to clear the other AT gun, and then he's in a position to maybe make something happen here.
Our AT gun is fine though.
Point is in enemy hands.
Yeah, for now, but it's one AT gun against a flame tank, and Reakly only has muni for like one, almost 2 snares. So if Orangepest can just find this other AT gun.
You have 3 command points.
That AT gun gets cleared, and the Dank Hunters are also not feeling that well.
Ow.
Well, technically the Crusader AA will win against the Flame Tank. It just takes some time.
Yeah, he's got to get his pack back. I think, I mean, he went too far forward with his pack. You could tell he was like a full send right click, and I think a bit of mismicro there is gonna cost him a lot.
Victory point is being overrun.
Called in another PJ. I would have loved to see another pack, man.
Such a mess.
I get that the PJ is like anti-dive, but
Victory point
it just melts to the Crusader AA.
control.
Don't think it's gonna help him. I really don't like that choice.
Reakly should have tagged up.
Yeah, I mean this is his biggest hole in his game. Everybody knows he's not going to build tier 3, and now both AT guns are down. So if Orangepest just toes away these AT guns, he's going to be in a pretty good position actually.
Oh, Crusader AA will bite the dust.
Anti-tank weapon and
No!
on the field.
1 HP or
5
something
HP.
like 5 HP.
He could actually send the Stug, but I think he needs to be careful. Okay, first AT gun getting towed away.
Best use of the towing ability.
He needs to just drop this other AT gun off immediately and grab the other one, but I'm worried he's not going to save his pack. Okay, he's just going to kill it though. Okay, so that's... I gotta say, how far are we from the Black Prince is really the question.
3 CP.
Okay, so this is winnable now for OP with what's just happened, I think. Because what can happen here is now he's got triple vehicle against 1 AT gun and snares, right?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty winnable all in. He just needs to, and he's actually got another Stug coming. So if Reakly has to build another AT gun here, and if he doesn't, he could actually lose this game.
But Crusader A is going on the hunt.
We're losing a strategic point.
Yeah,
Might get
Sared's
the
in danger.
sweeper
Oh
squad.
my god,
Oh, veteran
that
one
one,
from
you-
the flame tank. Here we
Yep.
go. It used to be stronger.
needs to get that 6-pounder up there.
Threatening a strategic point.
He is attacking the AT gun with the fresh stubby.
We're losing a victory point.
Thanks for the sub, Webster. Much appreciated. The hero of Poland shows his strength.
Victory point under enemy control.
Oh boy. Second AT gun is on the way.
Yeah, Flame Tank's coming though. I think he's gonna push it. I hope he's gonna push it. It's a shame the 8-red took so much damage. He really needed that. I feel like that's like a crucial part of the tool for... Oh, Crad goes down to a mine. The 8-red's so fast and does so much damage up close that it's really a key part of diving that AT gun. And
Yeah.
Reakly's got enough muni income now. Him holding the 2+5 munis has actually been really impactful because he's been so close to not having the muni for snares so many times. but it feels like really stabilizing. And now he's only 2 CP from the Black Prince, so it feels like Orangepest's window is closing. He's got to make something happen here.
Once Black Prince hits, the whole army is useless.
Sector lost. Repeat. Sector.
But that really shows the strength of OP, his ability to adapt
Lost contact with our
to the playstyle of his enemy. Like, he knew exactly what will happen and then did what was best. Flame Tank gets picked off.
Yeah, first AT gun's gonna go down though.
tank gun crew.
He can't. He could just eat the snare and drive up to the second one. I hope he does. Oh, he's not focusing the AT gun though. He's actually shooting at the sapper. So
Adrod gets picked
gonna
off.
potentially cost him.
Has our victory points now. We're making progress. The enemy is down to 200 points.
Oh man. Okay, another flame tank's here. Where's his 6-pounder? Oh, it's gonna. His 6-pounder's kind of in danger.
Destroyed.
This feels like a GG moment here, unless he gets really lucky.
He could Psycho Strafe the...
Report. One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Yeah, 6-pounder gets picked off by the.
Yeah,
or not
but...
picked off, excuse me, but forced off by the. Yeah, there's the surrender.
Yeah.
The excuse to crack out the
Man.
good stuff.
What?
It's tough, man.
He was so close to greatness.
Micro in Dax vehicles is hard. I think OP had the right idea there, but didn't quite pull off the micro the way he needed, and I think Reakly kind of squeaked by there.
Yeah. It's already my favorite game of the tournament. I know it might not be the most competitive one, but it was the most messy one, and I love those games.
Yeah, he kept it interesting. He really kept it interesting.
Let's go. Game number four. Man, I'm so bad with numbers. On Road to Tunis, we have Orangepest as USF going for Assault Pioneers. Yay. And what is Reakly doing?
Yeah. He's got a bike. He has not picked a doctrine yet. Which I'm kind of surprised. Again, I really thought we'd see. I thought we'd see Brosis or instantly locked in, but he's doing a PG. So,
Assault engineers have reported.
like his last Axis game, gonna wait on the battle group. Maybe he'll choose once he sees the assault engineers from Orangepest, because then he'll have a better idea of what's coming.
Yeah, but that's already like Deck will have an insanely hard time against this nonsense. Like the powers, and then he goes into tier 2 for the half track, and Deck can't do anything against that.
Assault engineers are
So
entering the field.
Yeah, and this is a map where it's pretty easy to have no fuel, right? Because where the cutoff is really close to where the fuel is, so the half track can just go dominate the exit to your base, and you have no fuel.
Yes.
So you can't get any counters out. So it's possible that the half track hits, depending on how Reakly chooses to attack, like, soon enough that it really
Assault engineers have reported.
slows the answers to it. He should be able to get to tier 1 before that happens, though. So if he can do that, then he can survive a little longer.
4 Assault Pioneers are on the way.
Yep, that is the number. 4 or 5. I think we'll probably see 4. 4 is about the number where you can build after the 4th one comes out, and then WSC and an MG. You have the fuel for the ISC.
Yeah. 250 from Reakly.
Assault engineers are entering the field.
That'll help against the assault engineers for sure. It can kite them pretty well.
Yeah, but
Really early mine down on his plus 16 munitions. That's so weird. Why wouldn't you put it on the fuel? I don't understand that at all.
Commander, starting ISC upgrades.
first major engagement is going on the 10-pointer. He could drive in with the 250, I think, to deny the decap.
He should. He definitely should. There it goes.
Oh, no split
Close
firing.
range, though, the assault engineers do shred the 250,
Yeah.
so gonna force these guys away. He should have backed off sooner. I know he wanted to block the decap, but now he's got to back off and repair, and he's gonna lose a ton of time here. And that's time that Orangepest can use to take the cutoff. Reakly went for his own cutoff play, but he's got an assault engineer right behind him.
Yeah, the insane amount of infantry squads for Orangepest makes it obviously really easy to swarm the map, and Deck with their expensive units have a really hard time getting map control.
Infantry support research completed.
Yeah, good kiting here from Reakly. This is winnable
A munitions point is being attacked.
if he keeps shooting. He's got to turn around and shoot again,
Oh,
though.
he might get the first web of the game in a second. On the 16-pointer.
A really greedy satchel there from
Yeah.
OP, and yeah, that's gonna go down.
Assault engineers.
And you
deployed.
trashed
Yeah.
this mine.
I know. My mistake.
Movement near victory point.
Still, I think he could have held his fuel if
Yeah.
he. Well, Reakly narrowly avoiding a mine, by the way. I think he did a smart thing with how he pathed his bike.
Taking our victory point.
Oh yeah,
To
but
avoid
then
that
he
mine.
will click away and hit it.
Yeah.
Because
see
it's
what
always like that.
Okay, here's the. And actually, he's gonna have to avoid the half track, which is gonna be kind of tough.
Commander, we've lost the sector.
He has no snares yet, has a tank hunter in the queue. No MG yet. From Orangepest.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense actually against DAC, where there's not, the imp really isn't the danger; it's the vehicles. Saving the manpower for other things is fine. He's actually going to replace his missing engineer.
And he swept the danger mine. So
Assault engineers have reported for
one more mine and the sweep up upgrade paid itself.
Fire spray element's coming up for Reakly, but I don't know that he's going to be able to retake his fuel. He does have a PJ, so he could potentially scare off this half track.
Oh, half track is in the pickle.
Yeah, double assault engineer should provide the DPS he needs to kill this 250.
He should leave. Oh no, he will lose double retreat.
Oh, yeah, that's so unlucky. He needed to get out. It was a mistake not to get out. Definitely unlucky roll to lose all the models, but there was no reason to take that risk. One more flamer burst, maybe? Actually, Orangepest
to
over
the
chasing
rescue.
here.
M3 half track.
Wow, but the Jaeger did go down. That's crazy.
We've been granted accelerated vehicle
I'm
production.
surprised those went down, but does save the ATR.
M3 half track moving to the line.
The thing is, when you've got plus 33 fuel, it's okay to lose the half track. When you've got plus 13, you really can't afford to lose anything. This
Defend our victory point.
Assault Grenadier is not going to have a good time against the fresh half track.
Nope. I don't know. Zook squad is on the way, and Reakly's whole army is hard countered.
Yeah.
He's getting a quad, I think, next. And the quad is obviously not a bad choice against the infantry horde, but once the 76 upgrade is in, the quad is also not that useful anymore.
Yeah, it's really hard to use it against the ATF track for sure.
Equipped and ready.
Well, okay, this is really weird though, and I think a mistake. He's actually upgrading the quad on the M3, which is like,
One of our sec. A victory
I
point
thought
to fall
we all
enemy.
agreed was unnecessary.
Yeah.
That you just keep it as a regular half track until you want to make it an ATF track. And this will actually give the potential flak lane that I think we'll see here some value. It's like a window, because now the only counter to it is a bazooka squad, which is not a good counter to the
Yeah.
flak lane.
By the way, you have a little bit of a package lost. You sold like a robot. I don't know. I will turn off the webcams. Maybe it will help.
Yeah, I have bad connection to you right now.
They've captured a victory point. Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Just the webcam.
All right.
Howitzer
Should be
carrier
better now. We will see.
Commander.
Half track is on the way.
A victory point is under enemy control now.
By the way, shooting till you destroy the wreck will take forever. Just crush it.
I don't think you can with the half track.
Ah, it does not have heavy crush, right?
Okay, the one thing the quad does better than its normal counterpart is killing the bike, so.
Yeah, but the Zook squad will get... Oh, you don't want to throw your half track away.
M8 howitzer carriage Scott is ready.
I nearly thought he would blow up his own assault grenadier there.
I know, I was waiting for that. Oh, the captain just disappears.
You have been reported
Why it drops the M1919? Oh no!
Yeah, really not picking it up, though. Really wants to chase this engineer down, and he gets it.
We've lost the
Wow, a couple of big pickups there for Reakly, but the Scott's here now, so. All is well. For
And
the
I
US
would
player.
care, he cancels the MG
leadership
immediately.
points is being neutralized.
AT gun on the way. And guess what he unlocked? Well, not our battle group. Oh, he picked up the M1919 with the assault.
Oh, there it is.
grenadier.
There's the Kara. Yeah.
Don't do that, kids. You will lose so much DPS with your assault grenadier because you want to run and gun with them,
We have vehicles
and the M1919
dispatched
can't
to the
be fired on the move.
Fired on the move. Yeah. Wow, that's the most suboptimal choice he could have made.
Yeah. The Pios picked up
Pio
the
had-
BTRS. Or the Panzerbüchse.
Yeah. Actually getting some value from the PG Vet 1. I feel like that's so rare. No, don't get out.
enemy movement near
Then you'll lose
victory
your passive. Okay, I guess he keeps it enough for long enough, maybe.
Maybe he does not know that it exists because he's not doing it with the other
now
one.
under enemy control.
Yeah. Man, these Grens need some heals. He does have heals back at base, so
Heavy machine gun has been
shouldn't
requisitioned.
happen. No,
Tragic-
no VPs drained yet, by the way.
Yeah,
So-
to be expected by such an infantry heavy build.
And Orangepest had a slightly less VPs total, I believe. So this is super. Oh no, wait. Does that mean that it doesn't matter actually?
Kinda.
'Cause after game, yeah. So maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's gonna have faction choice no matter what, right?
Well, it depends on the total VPs, right? So.
Reakly's got 895 to Orangepest's 842.
Yeah.
So yeah, so even if he loses this game, it's the same. So yeah, so shit, man. So Orangepest needs to really get some momentum here going into the last game because he's probably going to be playing Axis.
Carol Marta number 1 is out. Pizza tank.
Yeah, pizza tank here. Battle groups are going to reset, so Reakly will be able to play armor again.
Which armor?
Yeah. True.
Oh. And Orangepest is now in the world of pain because there's nothing on the field that counters the Carol Marta.
An entire
Yeah, he's got the one Zoo squad, but it's just got drove past. And the
And-
flat can suppress that really easily. This is why the quad was a mistake. He needed the AT half track. You cannot go quad in this situation.
support center is taking sustained damage.
Reakly inexplicably just leaving.
Victory
I'm
point is
bru-
under
I,
attack. We must act.
struggling to think of why he wouldn't keep the pressure up here.
Yeah, normally you always see him really aggressive. and diving into the base.
Victory point is under enemy control now.
Yeah, huge missed opportunity. Because now Orangepest has been able to stabilize. He's upgrading his bazookas, which I think is actually a pretty good choice in this specific situation where that's his main AT.
Oh, Pom jump into the building, gets the AT gun opportunity to shoot. Nope. Do we have any upgrades for Dyke? Nope.
Calling in a second pack. I think anticipating the tier 4, but because of the bazooka upgrade and the second half track and the Scott, it's actually going to delay the first tank pretty significantly. We're maybe 3 or 4 minutes away, depending on when he decides to build.
That's an interesting mine spot. It's more of an anti-infantry mine, right? Because vehicles wouldn't path this way normally.
Defend our victory point. We're losing.
Waiting for the
Actually-
second Kara. I think they are 70 fuel apiece, right? Or 60.
60. Yeah.
A victory point has fallen into enemy.
Yeah, loser of the game has 0 VPs, so you count the
Only the winning apiece.
winning VPs, yeah. Another greedy satchel from Orangepest.
It's always good when you sweep the mine even though you have a sweeper out and not out because upgraded.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Another satchel. Orangepest with just no respect.
Combat.
Although this time he sort of forced a retreat there.
I'm surprised how well Reakly recovered. He's still in a world of pain. But it's not looking as horrible as it used to look.
Yeah, he hasn't drained any VPs though, so if he loses this, even though this looks better than OP's game looked at the beginning, it's still worse
Yeah.
in terms of outcome.
Yes, double AT gun out, I think the next cover. And then he needs to play on the flanks a little bit more, trying to spread Orangepest's army. And I was right, M1990 not being fired on the move.
Yeah, man, I gotta say, Reakly, it feels like not using his typical playstyle, and it's hurting him a lot. I'm just so surprised he's been so passive. Building a league now of all things, instead of just continuing to spam, he's got to fuel for 2 more Karos. If he had gotten, this could be a 4th Karo instead of a second pack and then a league. He could have 4 Karos. Orangepest just dies to that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have to always qualify this by saying it's easy to say these kind of things when you can see
Everything.
into the fog of war. If you don't know, sometimes playing safer is easier, but I'm just surprised that Reakly does not usually play it safe.
He's a
He
definition
should have
of
just gone back to
aggressive.
steal and spammed, yeah.
We have recovery vehicles ready to take the field.
The League to counter the League is such a poor MG counter. Or USF MG counter. Due to the compared to mortar low rate of fire.
A victory point is under attack. We must.
Okay, so we got an update on the VPs, and it actually looks like if Orangepest can win a 500 VPs, he'll get faction pick. Because then he'll be at 927. So Reakly needs to drain 93, if I'm doing my math, or 103 VPs. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's playing way too passive.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to drain 1, though. It's going to happen. The comeback begins now.
Well,
If it begins at all.
the thing is, we're playing from behind with only 58 VPs in the bank. You have to kind of do triple cap, otherwise you lose once the double cap, you're dead. But triple cap is something that Reakly won't get anytime soon.
No. Not with what he's built. I mean, we talked earlier about how being adaptable is valuable, and it feels like Reakly kind of had a game plan for his build, and he did not recognize that because of the events that had transpired in the game that he had an opportunity to alter his build to be more all-in.
Regular Shaman will hit like a brick. Ah, there's double AT gun though. Still no survivability upgrades for deck. And we have improved bazooka. So...
That's it! They only have 50 points left!
Karamata not performing that well. Triple cap not coming in.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
He's doing everything he can to block this. We'll take out this 30 cal.
He will lose the Karo though,
Captured a victory
because
point.
of anti-micro.
Yeah, not a trade I would take at this stage of the game, but
Nah.
what do I know?
Now we are just some scrub lords, man. We do nothing.
No upgrades. Oh, no smoke.
Yeah, nothing.
Point.
No smoke with Carl spam feels anti-strategic.
Our half track is
He
scraped.
gets
Going into
the
the
half
base now.
trick. He will know
Where
what.
was this-
Yeah, indirectly throws in the tower.
Yeah, okay. Man, yeah, this feels like a real missed opportunity here for Reakly. Orangepest last game, he really tried to win. It seemed like he knew what he needed to do, which was win an all-in.
Ace game time. Are we ready for that? After some waiting, Orangepest had VP lead. and
Wait, I'm not with you, Ovadi.
Ah, you are not with me. Okay.
I think I can just spectate, right?
Okay, I thought I invited
we
you.
have to sync up then though, so you need to invite me.
Glorious. I'm at 11th second. I thought I invited you. Yeah. So continuing with the useless facts till Daniel is around. What do I else know? What's funny? There was an engagement with the Storm Tiger where the Storm Tiger killed 3 or 4 Shermans with one shot. Basically sent them flying. And the survival rate of tank crews during World War II for the Western Allies were, or not the survival rate, better place it as death rate. The death rate was roughly 9%.
Okay, I'm in at 11 seconds.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. And here we go. Ace game time between Orangepest and Reakly. Orangepest as USF, as he had VP lead, he picked it, and going straight for armor and assault engineer spam. What is Reakly doing, my dear friend?
He's doing standard 2 pile tier 1. He did, okay, this is what I was expecting from him the first time. He's actually picked Assault Grenadiers. It makes sense that he's doing it on this map specifically. I think Famenville is one of the better maps for Assault Grenadiers because of all the shot blockers. MP40s do pretty well here. I think they kind of struggle against Flamers, Assault Engineers with Flamers, so curious to see how this ends up playing out. But I'm definitely nervous for the Grens here.
Yeah. I actually never thought about this engagement. On paper, they should
For their
win
cost,
because
for
of
their
the
cost, the Assault Engineers definitely do better. I think with the Flamer, it's like RNG who depending who wins, MP40 Gren versus, and since the upgrades cost the same, assuming an equal game, there'll be an equivalent number of Flamers and MP40s. So I don't think this goes well for the Wehrmacht player, but no Pathfinder spam means MGs are more usable. And if you want to gap close with Assault Engineers, you might run into an MG arc. So I think if Reakly wants to win this early game, he'll need an MG.
Yeah, I'm a big guy of MG or big MG fan, so we will see some, I think, for sure.
Yeah, has Reakly built an MG yet though? I feel like in his one Wehrmacht game he did not.
No, he did not build one.
So maybe he'll adapt. when he sees the assault engineers.
Joke's on you, Reakly, and adapting to the state of play.
Assault engineers have reported for duty.
That sounded mean. Not intended.
I think he'll stick with his plan, though. I
Yeah,
think
he
you're
will
right.
stick with his plan. Orangepest really aggressive towards Reakly's fuel.
Yeah, he's got the Gren in the house, but it's only going to be shooting like with 2 rifles, so it's going to lower his DPS a lot. He needs to get out of the house, which he is doing now. But I think too late. This fight's already lost. He needed to get out of the house immediately.
The swarm, man. Look at how many squads are they.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Scout just capping up the left side happily, so Orangepest with a really strong start here. Oh, you know what? Reakly's going to make us eat our words. He is building an MG in response to this. And boy, does he need it.
The engagement went though better than I expected. So far, nearly no manpower loss for Reakly and only for Orangepest. The oh, that
Satchel
might be a
on the
god
building.
squad! Now he lost some manpower.
Infantry support research completed.
Good micro from Reakly, I gotta say. I think a lot of people would have just pressed the retreat button, but that would have brought him right across the satchel.
Yeah, he would have died.
So
yeah.
microing away from it first, really well done there.
And the kiting paid out really well. Look at the 2 model assault grenadier retreating and the grenadier still full HP.
Yeah, and crucial miss micro here from Orangepest in the south on the +10 fuel. He probably could have kited away from that Pio and maintained control of that fuel, but he was not looking. And the Pio was able to gap close, and that's really important because that's Reakly's only fuel right now.
Half track is out. And no counter yet for Orangepest, for Reakly.
Yeah. Makes it even more important that he was able to win that fight against that scout down there because he's not getting this other fuel back. Actually building tier 3 instead of tier 2. This is probably a response to the fact that he has no resources. And tier 2 require, even the 221 you need fuel, which he doesn't have. And you need Muni for Shreks, obviously. So I think tier 3 makes sense here. He can at least build a pack.
Commander, it's done.
But it does mean he's going to maybe be relying on PGs, which is not ideal. I hope that we see him avoid those and instead go for the Stas Colin. I think that's the better choice.
Defend our victory point.
It does not look like that. He already went for the right-hand side of the tree for the tiger.
Oh, true. Yeah, he's probably just rushing Tiger.
They've captured
Oh,
our
he's getting
victory
medical
point.
station again. Okay.
I'm not a big fan of AT gun against the 76mm half track. The barrage has such a huge range and is free, so you can get barrage 24/7.
Yeah, and the issue here as well is like if you go flak, for example, that actually helps against the assault engineers. Right now, he's relying on his original 2 Grens and an MG to fight the assault engineers, and it just isn't enough.
Yeah. Look at the map control though, like Orangepest infantry swarm just gets the whole map and Reakly has an infantry problem there. But how do P-Grants perform against assault pioneers? Shouldn't they like eat them alive?
Well, with no flamer, they can do okay because they can kind of sit just outside of close. But if Orangepest gets flamers, again, I think it's just not a very cost-effective trade that you make. Well, we'll get to find out because here come the PGs.
Here we go, 76mm upgrade and indirect fire mode. Yoinking those shells across the map.
Yeah, good quick reaction from Reakly. He's going to take very little damage from that.
Heavy machine gun. A victory point is under attack. We must
MG out for Orangepest now.
Yeah, it's going to help against the PG a lot, and really everything. I mean, there's no good answer to it from Reakly yet.
Taking our victory point.
MG's in a good position, but he is not target switching. But should be fine still. Gets this.
Yeah, the Gren plus the Pio, I think, can win this. It's going to be close, though.
Sector's been overrun.
I have to. MG was amazing. Pigrants now move in and mop up everything.
Another satchel from Orangepest. Just no respect for Reakly. Reakly has some flaws as a player, there's no doubt, but not paying
Micro
attention is not one of them. He can micro just fine. He doesn't always make the right choice,
Enemy forces are converging.
and who
at a
does,
control point.
but he does not miss things, you know, like that. So I think Orangepest wasted over 100 munitions over the series now in satchels that weren't going to do anything.
76. Oh. Yeah, this upgrade is not making me happy. MG, by the way, in the building a little bit ambitious.
Yeah, the
Regardless.
HP on the building is low. We gotta keep an eye on that for sure. Second PG. I hope we see officer quarters.
Oh, you need it definitely.
Orangepest with good fuel control though. He's very close to being able to build tier 3 already. A couple of more manpower only units, and he'll be looking for that Sherman. First flamer out.
Will Reakly realize the HP of the building? Yeah, like he's in such an awful position now. He needs to leave the building with his MG.
Yeah. I think the flamers just barely don't reach through that wall. So he does have to go around the corner, but he can
Oh
pretty
boy,
easily
that's
go
a
around
gone
the corner.
MG. Oh my god! He
Whoa.
left on the same second as the shell hits.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
That is funny.
Damn!
Not being flattened is actually pretty good for Orangepest and bad for Reakly. If that was just a green cover rebel, that'd be really nice for that MG, but instead it's a shot blocker, which is
Carriages are available.
good for Orangepest.
Yeah.
Reports
my-
of enemy movement near our victory point.
Scott is here, so no fast Sherman, but this is like maybe the most annoying map to face the Scott on because there's just so many shot blockers and it's so small. Orangepest refusing to give up a single VP as he blocks the mid cap.
Will he attack on ground? Nope. Here we go. Gets one shot in.
We have vehicles ready to be dispatched to the front.
Oh. Scout will get a warm welcome there by SGG fire. And look how the map is split. It's kind of reversed. Home field from Orangepest is held by Reakly, and home field from Reakly is held by Orangepest. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean this map, I've had this discussion with people. You know, the distance of the fuels is pretty similar. That doesn't mean that one isn't more your natural fuel, but it's certainly possible to play it this way. I don't think we see it that often. But it is, I mean, I think the reason for this is the way that the buildings are set up. If you want to put an MG in a building, then this left fuel is better for the south player. That's probably why we see Reakly down here. But yeah, we need officer quarters really badly now. He got a second pack instead, which I don't think is what he needed. I think he needs these PGs to start getting vet ASAP.
Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
And one cloaked pack is probably better at killing a Scott than two uncloaked packs.
Reakly just throw to Grenadier.
Oops.
Defend our victory point.
Oh, in the building.
Yeah.
Well, he got lucky not losing the MG, so there's the
Victory point.
there's the universe balancing things. He was always going to lose a unit in a building.
Checking building HP is something you need to do.
Oh, yeah, as Debaca points out, the advantageous collapse went to Orangepest. He's got the green cover rebel on his side of the map.
Oh, do buildings collapse differently? I thought depends on the model how they collapse.
Yeah, no. So it's RNG. Sometimes some buildings will never do this, but some buildings like these Familyville houses can turn into just green cover, and that's what happened to the one that the Grenadier died in.
You learn something new every day.
Team deploying.
Yeah, it has to be certain types of damage.
Triple AT gun by Reakly. A callback from last meta.
Contact. Capture point.
According to chat,
this-
it's not RNG how the building collapsed, but on what kind of damage.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah, it was the MP40 Grenadier that got flattened. But on the other hand, I think losing the MP40 Grenadier is actually better than losing the Vanilla Grenadier.
Yeah, the sprint is nice, but at this stage of the game, you don't really want to gap close with Grens anyway.
They've cut us off.
Reakly has managed to reclaim a fuel again. So his fuel income hasn't been that bad this game. He could and probably should go
He
tier
needs
4.
to tag up. If he's starting
I think
for
he's just going to
Tiger,
bank for the Tiger.
he will
Yeah.
die. Tiger is with 9 CP so expensive, and he still needs 3 CP to unlock
Victory
Blitzkrieg.
point is under attack. We must act.
I think it's called Blitzkrieg. He will just die on the way there.
Yeah, this is a mistake for sure. You have to spend your fuel. Unless you're ahead. If you're ahead, you can play like this. But if you're on the back foot, you have to use all your resources. And I think once... He does have triple pack, so, you know, he probably won't die to the first easy 8. But he's got no pushing power with this build, really.
Oh boy. Scott drives into an ambush. But no follow-up shot. Need a little bit higher veterancy for this rate of fire.
Yeah, no officer quarters is insane. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units from tier 3. So a lot of value from that 150 manpower he needs to spend. 125, excuse me. It's very cheap.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
P-grants are actually pulling some weight, I would say.
Has fallen into enemy control.
Yeah, there's no bar
They're-
rifles, so
Remaining for the
you know
Germans.
their ability to gap close is much higher than it would be in a game against barracks play or against paratroopers.
But VP control is still a big problem there for Reakly.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Yeah, and against MG plus Scott,
Victory point is under enemy control.
taking mid VP not going to be very easy.
Sherman tank finished and ready.
Sherman number 1 is out. Vanilla though. He could have unlocked Easy 8 but decided to go for Vanilla Sherman. Which is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, the Easy 8's like a little more expensive, but it's so much better.
Well,
Oh, okay. There's one reason why you would do this, and it's the smoke. He is playing against triple pack, so maybe he's going to go Easy 8 next, so that he has, you know, a way to deal with the packs before he goes Easy 8. And there's the smoke actually being used already to help him cap this plus 10 fuel.
Still no Reakly's ham-bone is... If he had a P4 out, obviously P4 would struggle. But it would force a more like concentrated play by Orangepest, so he could get 2 VPs under his control. At the moment, he can't do that.
Yeah, Brumbar would be good too. A Stas would be nice. It's really, really silly to not tech.
He has the resources in the bank, and Tiger is like 7 CP away. The game is over before you get 7 CPs in the current tick rate. Disrespect MG bunker in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know about that against triple pack. It's gonna go down pretty quick. Actually, it was all an elaborate bait. The Sherman's moving into flank.
Yeah, but there's no
And
snare
because-
option.
Drop the enemy to 250.
Yeah, losing that Gren really hurts. Great barrage there. Wow,
And
this could just end
it's
the game
game.
potentially.
If he gets both ATRs game. He destroys them, but it's over. Oh, he... Oh, captures then with the P-Grants.
A fuel point is
Pricey recrew, but he can probably merge into that. Where's his Gren? Command P4, wow. So
we have command
he-
points that need allocating.
I,
Desperation unit.
yeah, and he's just gonna get target weak pointed here probably. Oh, RP doesn't quite have the muni. Or it's on cooldown actually.
Yep, he barraged, but it's dead nonetheless. Nice attack on grounds, all connecting.
Yeah, really nice attack rounds there, and yeah, this is over. I can't believe he didn't wait for the. He had 200 VPs. Like, at this point, you would think you've committed to waiting, right? Like, why not just build tier 4 if you feel like? I guess maybe he thought that like because the Sherman was wounded, he could potentially kill it with the command before, but that's like completely ignoring the existence of the GMC. So I don't really understand that choice.
Yeah.
M48
Scott driving in a triple pack.
remaining.
Everything is on the run.
And Sherman in the base. This is getting really awkward for Reakly.
Look at the white phosphorus.
We're losing armor. Sherman gone.
Oh yeah, Sherman goes down, but it doesn't matter. 2 for 1 on the satchel. Finally, some value out of those munitions.
Yeah. I'm speechless, man. I don't know what to say. Orangepest
Well, I'll
just
say-
having a field day there.
I will review these games, and I'll give Reakly and OP some tips later.
I think maybe he did not read the rules correctly that you could play mechanized in the finals.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, to put it mildly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people don't know about battle group. Yeah, for people who don't know, battle groups reset in the Ace game. You can pick anything you want.
It's on
Reakly
them
probably
though.
should have gone mech.
They only have
Yeah.
100 points, Commander.
Reakly just
Man, the
got
GMC
them
is so fucking good. Holy. Reakly's staying in it. I don't really know why. Just wants a little bit more tournament flavor. I guess. This is like as done as a game has ever been. He's like he's waiting for the tiger. Maybe he forgot he locked himself out of the tiger.
Our line is collapsing. Enemy taking our point.
That's the plan, debacle. With the new battle groups out next month, I will rework the rules.
Yeah, it might be nice now that there will be so many. We can just say no reset game 5, huh?
Yeah.
So that people have to make better choices about the battle groups they use early.
I don't want to say it, but Game 5 was a little bit disappointing there from Reakly. It was a mess.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, man. They played a bunch of games yesterday, and it's a lot of
Yeah.
Although he plays 10 games a day every day, so for him, maybe that's not an issue. I don't know. He probably has the endurance. But it's different too. I mean, when you know that people are going to watch your games, I think that changes your, the energy that it requires. It changes your mentality a little bit. So he's got some tournament experience now. He's been playing a lot of.
He got also decent in the last tournament. He got 3rd place or 2nd place. I think 2nd place.
Second, yeah, he lost to Ray in the last one. So he's got a lot of tournament experience. So maybe there's no anxiety issues. And you know what? It's also probably the case that people are pretty disheartened when they have to play Axis. So maybe it's just hard to feel motivated to try your best when it feels like it's hopeless,
Yeah.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.